Hello everybody, my name's Alex and I'm a physiotherapist from Physiofunction, and I'm going to be taking this level 1 different strokes exercise class today. So as each week we say we want you to have a challenging and enjoyable exercise class, but it's important for your safety that you exercise to the correct level. So level 1 exercise classes are designed for people who may not have any movement in their affected arm or leg. It is a seated class, so there will be no standing in this class. It is a requirement to participate in these classes that you have a family member, a carer, or someone who can assist you with exercises as required. Fantastic. So what we're doing today is we're going to do a lower body focused exercise class, okay? So we're going to start with a bit of a warm-up first, just to get our joints and our muscles moving and warm, and then we're going to go on to our main circuit. So we're going along a similar theme as we have done the last few weeks, so doing some strength exercises, which are going to be focused on your lower body, and then also doing some cardiovascular exercise in there too, in a circuit format, and then we're going to finish with a cool down. Okay, so we'll get started. I want you to try and sit into a really nice posture in your chair. So if you can, think about growing away from the back of your chair, okay? If you can't get your back completely away, then just try and lighten how much you are leaning through the back of your chair. Imagine someone's got a hot air balloon coming at the top of your head and you're just growing nice and tall, lengthening up through that spine, okay? So sitting here, I just want to take a few big breaths in and out. So think about really filling up your lungs all the way to the bottom. If you wanted to, you could have your hands on the base of your lungs, or the base of your rib cage, to feel the air going into your lungs, okay? So you're going to take a big breath in, all the way to the bottom, and slowly out through your mouth. Lovely. You can place your hand on your tummy in front here to feel it. Okay, big breath in. And big breath out through your mouth. Good. We're going to do one more big slow breath in through your nose. And out through your mouth. Lovely. Okay, let's start with some gentle neck movement. So you're going to look over to your right, back to the middle, and then over to your left. Back to the middle, over to your right, back to the middle, and over to your left. Back to the middle. One more time each way, looking over to your right, sitting nice and tall, back to the middle, lovely, and over to your left, and back to the middle. Okay, this time we're going to drop right ear towards right shoulder. I want you to think about really reaching that left arm down away from you, or letting it relax down by your side or onto your armrest, to feel a nice stretch down through your neck on that left side. Nice slow breaths, and then we're going to come back up, and then left ear to left shoulder. Either reach that arm down to the floor to feel that nice stretch down through the side of your right neck, or arm on the armrest. Try not to let this shoulder come up. Think about pushing that shoulder down away from you. And back to the middle. Okay, so this time we're going to shrug our shoulders up towards our ears, and then try and let it relax all the way back and down. Good. And shoulder shrug up to the ears, and then think about pushing them down away from your ears. Fantastic. Bring them up towards your ears as far as you can, and down away from you. Lovely. Keep going with these ones. So with all of these exercises, as per each week, I just want you to work in your limits, work in your ranges of motion, okay, and work within your ability. That's it, and down. Lovely. And again, one more. We're going to shrug those shoulders up. Good. And then back down. Lovely. Okay, so hands on your knees in front, okay, all clasped together on your lap. We're going to try and think about slumping down now, so relaxing into the back of your chair, dropping your chin to your chair. And then I want you to think about growing tall, shoulders back, looking up to the ceiling. And then relax and round that back down, drop your head. And then think about sitting tall, shoulders back, head high. Okay, and again down, relax back, head down. And then grow tall, shoulders back, head high. And then come back to your nice posture. Okay, hands together in front. So if you can't intertwine your fingers, use your unaffected hand to support your affected hand. So you can either hold your hands together or support underneath your wrist, whatever is more comfortable for you. We're going to start by trying to bring our arms out in front and then back to the start. So remember, if you haven't done much moving yet today, things can sometimes feel a little bit stiff. So you might find that you want to just start with some smaller movements. And then as things start to warm up, you might find you can get a little bit further. So again, like I said, just moving within your limits. Doesn't matter if you can't get all the way out straight away. Reaching out and back in. Lovely. Let's do 3 more here. Reaching out, stretching those arms and back in. If you have difficulty and have no movement or need some extra support with your arm as well, you could get your carer or assistant family member to support underneath your elbow to try and help lift that arm out while you were guiding it with your other hand, just to give a bit of extra support. Okay, so finish up the one you're doing and then bring your arms back to the lap. Okay, so now using your unaffected hand, okay, we're going to place it in the palm of your affected hand. So you might find having a pillow or something on your lap might be useful for this. Okay, so you're going to have your hand, you're going to support in the palm. If you can get your hand to support the fingers as well, that would be great. Okay, and we're just going to start by bringing our wrist up for a bit of a stretch, holding it there. If you can't get your wrist all the way up, okay, that's fine. We're just thinking about getting a gentle stretch into this forearm here and into the palm. You might find doing this on your armrest might be more comfortable for you. Or alternatively, you could have your assistant supporting your palm and complete the stretch for you too. Make sure the stretches you're not pushing into any discomfort. It should be slow or any pain. It might be a little bit uncomfortable in a stretchy sensation. That's okay, but it shouldn't be painful. And then relax off. Okay, so we're just going to finish off with some leg movements. Okay, again, sitting tall in your chair if you can. If you need, you can hold onto the armrest of your chair. Okay, and we're just going to start by lifting our leg up and down. The other one up and down. Now, if you don't have any movement in your affected side, that is okay. You can either just concentrate on lifting up and down your unaffected leg and thinking about alternating with that other side. You could also help it up with your unaffected arm or have one of your assistants to help you up with that leg. Okay? So pick an option that works for you. If anybody is assisting you, just make sure they take care of their posture. Okay, and keep their back nice and straight. Fantastic. So we're just alternating lifting up and down. Think about drawing in those tummy muscles. Okay, lovely. And this time, let's lower the lift, so not as high, but start to increase the speed to a bit more of a march. Okay, so if you're assisting your leg, you can continue to use your unaffected arm. Or alternatively, if you're just doing it with one leg, that's fine. Or you can do a little bit of movement with your other leg, that is fine too. Just pick something that works for you and within your abilities. So you can pick up the speed a bit more now. Lovely. Okay, so picking up the speed, the height doesn't have to be as much. Go for another 15 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Okay, one final movement. We're going to do some heel taps. So we're tapping our heel out in front, bringing our leg back, tapping our heel out in front, bringing our leg back. Okay? Again, if you don't have any movement in your affected side, we can just focus on doing your unaffected leg. Okay? If you can do a little bit of a heel tap or a heel lift on your affected side, then you could focus on that. Okay? Or you could just try and do some lifting to alternate, helping with your unaffected arm if you want to. Okay, so we're going to go with the heel taps. Pick the option that works for you. You can get your upper body involved a bit, do a bit of a little twist with your body. That's it. Tapping those heels. Well done, everybody. This is the last movement in our warm-up. What we're going to do as well, if your assistant can maybe go and fetch you a pillow, because we'll be using a pillow in our workout today. Now's a good time to do it while we finish our heel taps. We're going to go for 5 more seconds. 2, 1, and relax. Okay, so grab yourself a drink if you need one. I'm just going to grab a pillow quickly because I forgot to grab it before. Okay, so if you can use just a small, you can either use a pillow from the sofa or you could use a pillow from your bed folded in half. We're going to use that in the exercises today, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to start with a strength exercise and then we're going to move on to a cardiovascular exercise. So we're going to do the strength exercises for about 90 seconds. And the cardio exercises for 60 seconds. Okay, we're going to do 1 time through with this circuit. I'll explain the exercises as we go. So the pillow can stay aside for the moment because we will use that for the second strength exercise. The first one we're going to do is a hurdle. So it's a hurdle to the side. So I want you to imagine that beside your leg here, you have a small hurdle on the floor, okay? If you did have something to use as a hurdle, you could pop a stick down on the floor, or you could just pop something to sort of mark the side there. It could be a roll of foil or something, or a roll of cling film. You could use whatever you have handy in the house, or just an imaginary line. We're going to think about lifting our leg up and over the hurdle, and then up and back. Okay, we're going to do 45 seconds on each leg. Now, with your affected side, if you have no movement at all, we can just practice helping it over, okay? Or you can just think about assisting that leg up or having your assistant to help you with the movement, okay? So picking something that works for you. All right, so I'm just going to get my stopwatch ready and we're going to do the first hurdle exercise. Okay, so we're going to 45 seconds. Pick whichever leg you would like to start with. And off we go. So we're going to hurdle over and come back. Try your best to maintain that good posture, keeping your back as far away from the chair as you can, or just trying to lighten that pressure through the back of the chair. This exercise is working on your muscles at the front of your hip here, as well as the muscles at the side of your hip. And it's a good one for your tummy muscles as well. Okay, really nice. Imagining that hurdle or stepping over your actual hurdle if you've got one. Just lifting as high and over as you can, high and over, back to the start. Okay, one more here. Lovely, okay. We're gonna repeat on the other side now. So you can help your leg over, okay, or have your assistant help your leg. You could just do some small steps if that's what you can achieve, or just try and do some leg lifts, okay? So whichever option you're going for. Fantastic, everybody. Thinking about that big imaginary hurdle. Hurdling over and back. Thinking about sitting nice and tall. Trying not to slump. Trying to keep a really nice tall posture so that we're using these hip muscles and not using momentum. Okay, one more here and back. Fantastic. Okay, so we're on to our first cardiovascular exercise. We're going to do row the boat. Okay, so we've done this one before. If you've done the classes with me, you're going to hold your hands together and you're going to imagine you're in a canoe. Okay, and we're rowing our arms side to side like so. Okay, if you can get a bit of a body twist with it too, that makes it quite a good exercise for your tummy muscles. Okay, so we're going to go for 1 minute in 3, 2, 1, off you go, row your boat. Again, trying to think about getting a little bit of a twist with those shoulders, twisting your body, sitting away from the back of the chair if you can. Set, keep those arms going, keep those shoulders moving. If you want to, you can picture you're canoeing somewhere lovely and exotic and warm. Some water would be lovely right now. That's it. Keep it going. Doing really well. See if you can make those movements a little bit bigger. Imagine you really having to put some effort into this rowing down the stream. Really nice. Keep it going. Nearly there. Final bit and rest. Fantastic. Grab yourself a drink if you would like one. Okay, I'll just start to explain the next exercise while you do so. So this is where we're going to use our pillow. So if you can get someone to help you, pop your pillow in between your knees. Okay, so the next exercise, we're going to squeeze our knees together into the pillow, hold for a count of 5, and then relax. Okay, you don't want to relax so much that your pillow drops. Okay, try and keep it there, but we're just sort of relaxing off the pressure a bit. So this is a good exercise for your inner thigh muscles and again your tummy muscles. So I want you to think about sitting nice and tall away from the back of your chair. Okay, so we're going to pop the pillow in between our knees. So we're going to do this one for 45 seconds, okay? And then what we might do for the last 45 seconds is do some knee separating. So a seated clam, okay? And thinking about coming with those knees apart. So we're going to work the inner thighs and then the outer thighs. So pillow between your knees, 45 seconds, off we go. Squeeze, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. And again, squeeze, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. And again, squeeze, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. Squeeze, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. Good. Squeeze, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. Good posture. Squeeze, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. 2 more. Squeeze, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. Last one. Squeeze, 2, 3, 4, 5, relax. Lovely. Pop that pillow down, feet together, And we're going to go to our seated clam. So start with your knees together. We're going to bring knees out, back in. Out, back in. Sit nice and tall. Out, squeeze your hip muscles, back in. Think about these muscles on the outside of your hip really working to bring those knees out and in. Out and in. If you don't have much movement on your weaker side, that's fine. You're just working with whatever you have available, okay? Thinking about bringing those knees out and then back together. Out and in. Lovely. Let's do 2 more. Out and in. Last one. Out and in. Well done. Okay, on to our next cardio exercise. So 60 seconds, we're going to do a seated star jump. So what we're going to do with this one is you're going to do arm and leg out, back together, arm and leg out, back together. Now, if you have, again, no movement on your affected leg, so with your arm for the affected side, we can reach up, holding and supporting with our unaffected arm. You could always just do that on that side and then do your big reach out on the unaffected side. Okay, if you've got a bit of movement, then add your leg in as well. Okay, if you do have movement in your arm, just try and move with whatever movement you have. Okay, so pick whichever option you would like to do. We are going to go for a minute, alternating sides. Okay, off we go. Out. Try and make those movements nice and big and strong. Again, moving at a speed that works for you. If it's a bit tricky keeping your arms sort of grasping and ungrasping your hands, keep your hands together and just alternate sides. Okay? If you've got a bit of movement, or if you're just opting to do one arm, you could just do one arm and move your legs, or you could just do one side. Okay? There's no right or wrong, just getting your body moving. Okay? You could do both arms and legs if you've got some movement. Picking something that works for you. The important thing is we're getting yourself moving, we're trying to get that heart rate up a bit. And stop there, well done. Okay, next exercise. So I want you to try and sit forward in your chair as far as safe for you and also as far as comfortable, okay? Feet want to be back below your knees. Try and think about them being equal distance apart. You can hold onto your handles for this. What I want you to do is think about leaning forward and pushing down into the floor with your feet. Okay, so imagining you're trying to push the ground away. So it's almost as if you were going to stand up. So we're thinking about leaning forward and just pushing some weight down through our legs. You could, if you wanted to, have your hands on your knees and think about pushing forward and feeling that weight going down through your legs, okay? To give a bit of feedback, you could use that. But that's all we're doing. We're sitting forward, pushing down through our legs. Think about squeezing your bottom and just trying to push the ground away, but we're not actually moving, and then we're going to come back. Okay? So this is a really nice one just to try and get all the muscles in your legs firing. Okay? And also those core muscles, tummy muscles, and it's also good for sort of sensory feedback and getting the feeling of having some weight down through your legs. Okay? So we're going to go for a minute and a half. Hands on the arms of the chair, on your knees. We're going to lean forward, push down through the ground. Imagine you're pushing the ground away from you and then come back. So a big focus here will be on pushing down equally through both legs. Okay, really push the ground away with your heels and then come back. Sit forward and push the ground away with your heels and then come back. I'm going to turn side on just to show you that I'm not actually moving moving my bottom, okay? You might feel a bit of pressure lift off your bottom, but you shouldn't be actually moving off your chair. So you're sitting forward and pushing down through your legs. My heels are driving down into the ground, and then I'm coming back. So I'm coming forward, I'm driving my heels down into the ground, really pushing down. I can feel the muscles in my thighs, the back here, and my bottom muscles working, and come back. And again, I'm going to sit forward, push down, and then back. And again, sit forward and push down. Really think about driving those heels down into the ground. Think about pushing the ground away, and then come back. Okay, and again, I'm going to come forward, push the ground away. Really feel that weight going through your legs, and then come back. Last one, okay? Lean forward, push the ground away. Drive those heels down, and then relax. Lovely. Okay, last cardio exercise. So we're going to go back to our rowing of the boat. So side to side, rowing of our boat for 60 seconds. Okay, off we go. Row that boat. Side to side. See if you can go a bit quicker this time with your arms. We'll focus going on as quick as you can, smaller movements. That's it. And keep those arms moving. Really think about twisting at the shoulders. Side to side. You should really feel the tummy muscles working at this one. Just make sure with your arms that you're not bashing them into your armrest. Lovely. Keep it going. Keep that rowing going. You're almost there. We've got one more exercise after this, and then it's the cool down. Keep it going. Lovely work. Side to side, that's it. Awesome, guys, nearly there. And rest. Brilliant. Grab yourself a drink if you need one. I'm just going to go through the last exercise. So we're going to try and sit tall in your chair, okay? Back away or back light and through the backrest. We're going to straighten one leg, squeezing your thigh, tight toes to the ceiling if you can, and down. So we'll start with your unaffected leg, raising up like so. Okay, I'll show you from the side. Straightening your knee, toe to the ceiling, trying to sit nice and tall. And then with your affected leg, okay, if you don't have any movement, if you've got a little bit of movement, you can just practice that. If you have no movement at all, you can hook your unaffected leg underneath and assist the movement up. Thinking about really squeezing those thigh muscles as best you can to try and join in, okay? So we're going to go for 45 seconds on each side. Okay, starting with your unaffected side, off you go. Straighten that leg up, toes to the ceiling, squeeze your thigh, and down. Now to make it a bit more of a core challenge, you could try not holding on. And down, lovely. If you need to, you can hold on to the armrest. Just think about sitting nice and tall. Try not to sink back into your chair. And down, lift up, 3, 4, 5, and down. And again, up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Last one. Up, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Switch sides. So hooking underneath if you need a bit of assistance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Lovely. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Really nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Last one. Big lift. 2, 3, 4, 5, and down. Awesome work. Well done, everyone. Okay, So that brings us to the end of our circuit. So again, grab yourself a drink if you need one. We're going to come into a little cool down now. Okay, so we're just going to start with a stretch for your bottom muscles. Now, please do not do this one if you have ever had a hip replacement, okay? If you have done that, then skip through this part and just go on to the next one. But if not, we're going to try, if you can, to cross your leg over. So again, if this isn't available to you, that is okay. You could just try and cross your legs in front, or an option is just trying to bring your knee up towards your chest, okay? So if you can bring your knee up towards your chest, okay, then do that. Again, if you've had a hip replacement, please do not do this one. Or if it's available to you, crossing your leg over. You're sitting nice and tall and trying to sit forward. So if you can't cross your leg over here, but you can cross it here, then that is fine. Whatever is available to you. You should feel a stretch in your bottom muscle here. Okay, so remember you're here or knee to chest. Nice breath there. And then we're going to swap sides. So either again, knee to chest, or if we can, we're going to cross our leg over. Cross our leg over, depends how flexible you are. Sit nice and tall and sit forward, feeling that stretch in your bottom muscles. Big breaths here. Lovely. Okay, and then next time we're going to do legs straight out in front. So I'm going to turn to the side to demonstrate. You're going to bring one leg straight out in front, the other leg is staying bent. Sit forwards in your chair if you can. We're going to sit forward, keeping that leg straight to feel a stretch in the muscle behind your thigh. You're going to hold there. Big breaths in and out. One more big breath in and out. Okay, and then we're going to change legs. So opposite leg straight, other leg bent. You're going to sit forward until you feel the stretch going down the back of that thigh. And nice big breath in and out. Keep that head up, that chest up, that back straight. One more big breath in and out. Good. Okay. One last one. Sitting forwards in your chair. Try and bring those legs apart. Okay. Hands on the inner thighs. Okay. If you need a bit of help, then ask for carer to help on the others on your affected side. And we're just going to try and give those inner thighs a stretch. Okay. So legs as wide as you can. Big breaths in and out. So you should feel a bit of a stretch along the inner thighs. Well done, everybody. Lovely, and relax. Thank you very much for joining me today. As always, if you have any feedback or comments, please let us know below. If you've completed the workout, give us a thumbs up. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Well done, and thank you very much. Bye.